compassionate without appearing compassionate. A student asked, "Dear teacher, I've been struggling with this question. Why can't I love unconditionally, like described in the books? I have tried many times, even though I love my husband a lot. Every time he does something that upsets me, I still hold grudges and blame him. I am tormented because that exact feeling of conditional love has been with me for years, despite us having 2 children together. Could I hear your advice?" Trong Suot. As awareness inherently has compassion, when you realize who you are, compassion will appear naturally within you without you trying to cultivate your compassion through helping one person after another. When you realize you are awareness and all the contents of awareness are within you, you naturally don't want to take anything from the world. On the contrary, you naturally will feel complete and ready to offer what you have to the world. Compassion will naturally appear, and there is no need to find ways to cultivate your self-compassion and then help one other self after another. That is cultivating compassion the old way. That way is still valuable, in fact, as it helps diminish the ego and develop other virtues. Nevertheless, it has only a relative value, as its foundation is still that you believe you are this self. It's not absolute that way. When you realize who you are, you will have absolute compassion. You have no need to appear compassionate at all, but all your actions will naturally manifest compassion. For example, when you look at another person and see immediately that person is you, by no means will you want to harm them. Seeing them suffer, you will naturally have sympathy for them, just like how you feel sorry for your left or right arm immediately when they are hurt. That comes naturally without you having to think that I must sympathize with it. you naturally want to heal it immediately. What's interesting is that when you look at yourself, you will also sympathize with yourself. It's not that you only love other people while neglecting yourself, because everything is equal. Whatever hand is hurting, that hand needs healing. You will naturally love yourself and others equally. But yourself is only a manner of speaking. You are no longer that self, that I. Suppose you are a woman who is loving a man. After realizing who you are, you will love both the woman and the man. When you see the woman suffer, you will find a way to heal her, just like how you find a way to heal the man naturally. You won't want to do anything that causes the man to suffer, but you also will not want to do anything that causes the woman to suffer. And what is the old compassion? That is, you are the woman and you must love the man. One day, when the man hurts the woman, she must choose. I can no longer love the man because I must protect myself first. This is the reason why when you become hurt while in love, you definitely can no longer love the other person. You can only love him until a permissible level of pain. When the other person hurts you past that level, you can no longer love that person because you are this person. Only when you are awareness can you love both. When two people hurt each other, you love both of them at the same time. It will not be the case that you only love yourself and no longer that person. This love will be very different, as is incredibly natural. You do not need to plan that you must go spreading your compassion at all, because once you see the two suffering bodies and minds, you naturally have sympathy for them. You will have equality, no longer having to sacrifice that other body so as to protect this body. So you will understand that absolute love is not when a person plans to love this whole world, to cultivate her compassion. There is no need for that. That kind of love is still very good, however, because it has its relative value for a certain period. You still must cherish it, but you will see that there is no need to act that way. You no longer need to express your love to the world because you already are loving the world, as the world is already part of you. At that moment, you will understand the concepts of selfless love, forgiveness, or sacrifice in a different light and no longer in the light of the ego.